Hi, I'm John Burton, inventor of Card-Free American Mah Jongg, a variant of the standard game that allows you to play with all the standard rules of American Mah Jongg without needing a card of winning hands. The rules are designed to be easily memorized, so you don't need any reference. However, this game is not intended to be some introductory or simplified version of American Mah Jongg. This flexible and fun game provides a unique and challenging experience for players of all levels. To play card-free American Mah Jongg, follow all the gameplay rules of standard American Mah Jongg while using the card-free system to make winning hands and keep score. This video assumes you know the standard American Mah Jongg rules. However, see links in the description below for those rules if you need them. Okay, let's learn how to build a winning hand in card-free American Mah Jongg. A winning hand consists of two elements, a pattern and a category. These two elements combine to make a 14-tile winning Mahjong hand. Patterns are created with combinations of blocks that add up to 14 total tiles. The names of these blocks are the same as in American Mah Jongg. A pair is 2 identical tiles, a pung is 3 identical tiles, a kong is 4 identical tiles, and a quint is 5 identical tiles. In order to make a winning hand, you must use exactly 2 different block types. Any number of blocks of each type can be used as long as the total number of tiles adds up to 14. For example, if you use pairs and kongs as your 2 types, you can make any of the following patterns. 1 kong with 5 pairs, 2 kongs with 3 pairs, or 3 kongs with 1 pair. You can use the different types of blocks in any order you want. Next, you will need to select a set of tiles from a category. The categories are modeled after the standard sections on the National Mahjong League card. Consecutive run, using numbers 1 through 9. Consecutive odds, using 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Consecutive evens, using 2, 4, 6, 8. Multiples of 3, using 3, 6, 9. Any like numbers, using only one number between 1 and 9. And a wins category, using north, south, east, and west tiles. The category chosen determines which types of tiles are used in the various blocks in the pattern. The numbers or wind tiles that you select from your category are known as the set. For example, a set of 4, 5, 6, 7 can be taken from the consecutive run category. Each number or wind tile in the set must be used in its own block in the pattern. There are a few rules about which tiles you can select for your set. For the number categories, you must use at least 3 numbers and they must be in consecutive order. For example, in consecutive odds, you can use 3, 5, 7, but you can't use 1, 3, 9. For the any like numbers category, you must make 3 blocks in 3 different suits, all with the same number. For the wins category, you must make either 4 blocks with 1 of each wind tile, or 2 blocks of opposite winds, north and south together, or east and west together. The same number type or wind type cannot be repeated in more than one block unless playing the any like numbers category. So to build a winning hand, you select a set from a category and you fit those tiles into blocks to make a valid pattern. For example, let's make a set of 3, 5, 7, 9 from the consecutive odds category and combine it with a pattern of 2 pungs and 2 kongs. We can take the same set of 3, 5, 7, 9 and combine it with a pattern of 1 pair and 3 kongs. Both hands are valid winning hands in card-free American Mah Jongg. This is one example of how flexible the game can be. As you can see in the example, we use different suits for the tiles. There are no limits on which suits you can use to build winning hands. However, you can only use 1 suit per block. Additionally, if you use only 1 suit in your winning hand, you can score extra bonus points, which will be explained later in the video. Jokers follow the same rules as standard American Mah Jongg. They can take the place of any tile in any block type except for pairs. You may be wondering what to do with flower and dragon tiles. These are used to fill in blocks once you have used up all the tiles from your category set. The minimum set is either 2 wins or 3 numbers, yet some patterns can have up to 7 different blocks. Blocks of flowers or dragons are used to complete the pattern. For example, the pattern of 1 pair and 4 pungs has 5 blocks. If you use a set of winds, 4 blocks will be the wind tiles. Then you can make the 5th block with a block of flowers or a block of any dragon. You can only make 1 block of flowers and only 1 block of each color of dragon. Unlike standard American Mahjong, singles are not a block type that you can use freely. However, there are two special singles blocks that can be used in the same way as a block of flowers or a block of dragons to add to that category set. The news block is a Kong of single wind tiles, one of each spelling the word news. This block can be used in any pattern that uses Kongs. The second block is an all dragons block with a pung consisting of one of each dragon, white, red, and green. This all dragons block can be used in any pattern that uses pungs. These tiles are considered singles, so jokers cannot be used for these blocks. Okay, let's review how to make a winning hand. You need a pattern of 14 tiles that has two different block types, and you need a set of at least 3 numbers or 2 wind tiles from a category to use to make the blocks in your pattern. If you use up all the numbers or winds from your category set but have more blocks left in your pattern, use flowers, dragons, or singles blocks to satisfy them. Here are some example combinations of patterns and categories to make winning hands. These are downloadable using the link in the description for your reference. So you've built a winning hand and called Mahjong. Now it's time to score your hand. Each hand has a base value of 25 points. To that base value, add any applicable bonus points based on the tiles in your hand. Add 5 points for each quint block in your hand. Add 5 points if you only used number tiles and did not use dragons, winds, or flowers. Add 5 points if all the number tiles in your hands are the same suit, and if you used a dragon, that dragon matches that suit. And add 10 points if the hand was concealed, meaning you called no tiles and made no exposures except for calling the winning tile for Mahjong. For example, this hand here starts with the 25-point base value, then adds plus 5 points for the quint of 1 dots, plus 5 points for the quint of 3 dots, plus 5 points for using only numbers, and plus 5 points for using only 1 suit for a total of 20 bonus points, making the final score 45 points. If this hand was a concealed hand, it would add another 10 points for 55 total points. As in American Mah Jongg, each losing player pays the winner the total points amount. A player who discarded a drawn tile for Mahjong pays double points. If a player self-picks the winning Mahjong tile, then every opponent pays double. If the winning player has no jokers in their hand, the score is also doubled. When doubling for payouts, double both the base value and bonuses. No version of Mahjong would be complete without at least a few special hands. In card-free American Mah Jongg, there are 3 special dragon hands which do not follow the standard rules of making hands. These special hands have a set point value and bonuses are not applied. However, the rules for opponents paying double do apply to dragon hands. The Dragon's Love hand consists of 2 different dragon Kongs and 2 flower pungs. It is worth 50 points. The Dragon's Wings hand consists of 1 Kong of each dragon and a pair of 1 bamboo, also known as the bird tile. It is also worth 50 points. The Dragon's Breath hand consists of 1 pair of each wind and 1 pair of each dragon. This hand is worth 100 points. Once you are comfortable with the base game, there are a number of standard house rules that you can choose to play with that will increase the complexity and challenge of the game. Players must agree before starting their first game to add any of these optional rules. A pattern of 7 pairs can be allowed as an exception to the rule of using 2 different blocks in a pattern. Patterns must contain at least 1 pair block unless it is a special dragon hand. A hand must score at least 1 bonus, use no jokers, be self-picked, or be a special dragon hand in order to be a valid winning hand. Flowers cannot be used to form pairs. Any hand with a dragon must be a concealed hand. Adding any or all of these rules makes it a little harder to make winning hands, which may give players time to be able to build more complex hands without other hands winning quicker on simpler hands. And that's how to play card-free American Mah Jongg. The winning hands and scoring system is not only compatible with standard American Mah Jongg, but it is also compatible with variants such as Siamese Mah Jongg, Royal Siamese Mah Jongg, and MAHJ-X. Links for those variants are in the description below. If you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to put them in the comments below or contact me by email. Don't forget to download the PDF of the rules in the description below. I hope you enjoy card-free American Mah Jongg.